Evening everybody, evening, welcome back to the channel. So you've just seen the intro to the Clash of the Teams. We'll get on with some details in a second, and you've also just seen the We Are Driven ad promo that we're pumping out. So you can see on screen there the We Are Driven flyer that we've got up. We are still pushing Archie's Journey this week. So get yourselves over to Facebook onto Archie's Journey, go show the love, get yourselves onto the We Are Driven page as well. We're going to push as much as we can for this. Bradley Lowry Foundation as well on Facebook. If you can spare a little bit, get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey as well. We'll try and get this young lad over to America and get him the treatment he needs. So that's what we're pushing with the We Are Driven. All right, I've got to crack on a little bit because they are already starting quali. They are already out. So you can see on screen, this is what we've got tonight. We are round 2 tonight. We are in the Aston Martin GR4s live from Goodwood race circuit in the UK. It's a short little track. There's a lot of runoff if you get it wrong, usually through some areas. If you get it wrong through there, then it's a trip to the infield for you. Right, so let's get on with Deets for round 2. Here we go. Some fantastic videos these boys have put together. I've got to give them that. Down for the count, evening. So you can see on screen, we've just set off from the start line, heading through turn 1 of Madgwick. Trying to keep on track there. So it's a 15-minute quali. Tyre wear and fuel depletion is off during quali as we head up through Ford Water and down towards the awkward St Mary's. A right-hand turn on the way in. Got to be careful how much speed you carry on, and then the left straight after. Again, there's the infield section. Bye-bye on the right. Bye. Into the field you go. Go pick in some corn. And then we head up to Levant corner. Nice, tight, long, wide open right-hand hairpin. And then down the Levant straight. just Woodcote to go then as we head back down Levant. May see 1 or 2 positions move down here. Big long straight, that one. Double apex turn, Woodcote as well. Can be a little bit tricky. Just go into the chicane then. Final couple of turns. Got to be careful not to run it too wide there. Easy to smash into the wall. And back across the line. There we go. And that is a lap of Goodwood race circuit. You can also see on screen there race 1, the sprint race. Let me just, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Because I can hardly hear myself. Ah, there you go, that's better. It shuts itself off. It's not good because it doesn't look good, does it? Where's that gone? Where have you gone? I don't know how to get you to restart. There we go. But yes, so we've got 2 races. We've got sprint race of 15 minutes. Fuel depletion is on ×2, tyre wear is on ×1, but they are on the hard tyre, and it's fastest first from qualifying. And then the team race, which is a 30-minute race afterwards. The grid positions will be determined by team qualifying positions, from race 1. But, fuel depletion is on ×3, tyre wear is on ×6, but they can use the medium and the hard tyres, so that's the setup for tonight. Let me just quickly have a look at the scores so far. We'll turn that row off. It was probably a little bit loud maybe. So we're only going to concentrate on Group B because otherwise we're going to be here all night. Total Race Motorsport leading the way with 360 points. GT, I forget, I don't know, you're going to have to tell me how to pronounce this. Hertzgeber Blue. 281 points. We've got We Are Driven Blue as well. We've got different team colours, different same teams but in different lobbies. 268 points for the We Are Driven team, and as you've seen, we've got the We Are Driven logos everywhere. We've got the World Racing League, 224 points in 4th. We've got Hilaric Knights Racing Team with 197 points in 5th. We've got Charlatan Racing Team with 188 points in 6th. And Flat Out E-Racing sitting in 7th with 65 points. Apologies. So, just a little thing on my t-shirts. Apparently, I think they've been lost somewhere. Royal Mail, damn you. But stickers are available. So, if you want some stickers, give me a shout on the Facebook page or on here or whatever, and I'll get some stickers out to you. They are £3 a pair. But as and when the shirts drop, I will let you lot know. Right, let's get on with this race then. They're already into this qualifying by a fair chunk. Okay, we've got 10 minutes of qualifying left. Let's see who's up front and who's where. A 1:14.1 for GTHR Zanz. Oh, he's just been popped by our man, race winner from last week. Smashed it actually. Ollie in the house, TRM. Total Race Motorsport 1:14.083. Closely chased by his teammate. So Zan's pushed down into second, that on 1:14.127. Is that Crowhawk? Crowhawk, yeah. He's on a 1:14.356. Sabanero, yet to put our lap in, just coming across the line now. Let's see what he's got. He's got 4th, so why haven't you registered? I don't know what's going on, Sabanero. No times on the board. No, still not showing up. Okay. 5th place Double Fusion. Almost getting it wrong through. St Mary's 1:14.5 he's got. And Eric Knight's race team. Cullinan 1:14.7 for 6th. Damon Skill. He's got a 1:14.8, also a driver from last week. TRM Finger as well from last week. 1:14.2. Gets himself back up into 3rd. Good drive. Where were we then? So, WRL Fish, World Racing League in 9th. Again, no hot lap on the board. G Marge has got himself a 1:15.1. Baggy, evening brother. Good luck, We Are Driven for bags. Supporting the Archie car tonight. Let's Let's go and have a look at the P1 Dylan motor. Here we go. So this is the We Are Driven. You can see the We Are Driven in the top right hand corner of the screen. That's the foundation that's been set up to just push charities. We're not actually a charity, we just push charities. That's what we're doing. And there is Archie's car. I don't think we're going to see the roof very well, Baggy, to be honest. Was it Paul Twigg? Paul Twigg's put together a fantastic livery on this thing. It's got Archie, the young lad we're trying to send to America to get the treatment he needs. He's actually on the roof of this car, but unfortunately with this game we're not going to get to see it, I don't think, because it's not going to give me the angle we want, unfortunately. At any point, especially around here at Goodwood, where there's plenty of long wide shots to be had. Damn you, game, should give me free reign over cameras. There you go, Dylan. So Ollie in the house then. 1:13.8. It's gone quicker. He's a maniac. He's got TRM finger, his teammate right behind him, looking for that toe. Zanzi still in second. 1:14.1. Double fusion up to third, then 1:14.1. 1:47. 4 doubled. TRM finger fourth. 1:14.2. WRL fish 1:14.3. We've got a 1:14.3 as well for Crowhawk. Zabanero 7th, 1:14.2. Cullinan, he's got a 1:14.7. Damon Skill, he's got a 1:14.7 as well. G Marge 10th, 1:14.8. Just getting a couple of wheels on the grass there for G Marge. CRT Hot Lap, he's got a 1:14.9. P1 Dylan down in 12th, 1:15.3. We've got Noodlestar on 16.0. And Hulky on a 1:14. Got a couple of drivers sitting it out in the pits at the minute. Oh no, no, we haven't. Oh yes, we have double fusions in the pits. Here he is, Ollie in the house. He was an absolute machine last week. There's no getting away from it. Getting shouts from Laco, if I've pronounced that right. It's probably Laco, knowing my look. Ollie in the house, chasing his own teammate down the track at the minute. TRM finger is just in front of him. Oh, slidey through there into the chicane. Then you may see one or two drivers do exactly this. You got to be careful, Soak. It's that final bit of wall that'll catch you out, spin you around on this circuit. So still fourth for TRM finger, not able to go quicker that lap, and drives himself into the wall at Madgwick. So releases his teammate to have another go. 13.8 from the machine. Someone just check the local rag, right? Obviously not the mainstream news, but check the local rags and find out where's Ollie from. Find out if there's been alien sightings, specifically on a Tuesday around 7:30, 7:45-ish. Bags, don't ask about shirts, right? I've spoken to our man today. Royal Mail have lost the plot, is all I can say. Not only have they lost the plot, it sounds like they've lost my parcel, damn it. I'm ready to go down there, Bags. I'm ready to go down there. So the Hungarian team, Croatians. Hertzgova, not H for Hungary, yeah? H for Hertzgova, which probably says Croatia. But I'm an ignorant Englishman, so who knows? Let's give it. It is. So no positions really changing. Ollie in the house still out front. Zanzi still second. Double Fusion still third. TRM Finger still fourth. Crowhawk still fifth. Dylan's moved up the grid a little bit. He's on a 114.2. WRL Fish still on that lap 2, 114.3. Sabanero driving for the Hilaric Knights, the Greek team. Sitting in 8th at the minute, 114.4. There's that naughty St Mary's. Other HKRT driver, just coming through Woodcote, 114.7 for himself. Damon Skill, 114.7. Racing for the WRL team. CRT Hot Lap, I'm guessing he's driving for CRT, Charlatan Race Team. WRL is World Racing League. Better turn up with a very, very sorry postman. G Marge, the other CRT driver, we just catch him going a little bit backwards through Madgwick. He's now got to stay there until this big train of drivers comes through. Where are we? We've only got a minute and a half left of quali. Noodlester in 13th then, 116.0. Hulky in 14th with a 117.0. Who are you driving for, Hulky? Flat Out E-Racing, that's right. And is it Noodlester, the other Flat Out E-Racing? So that would mean, I'm thinking, Zanzi's actually gone a little bit quicker. Oh, sorry, no, it's not. It's Crowhawk that's gone a little bit quicker. 113.8. Squeezed himself right up behind Ollie in the house there. That's got to be worrying him a little bit. He was quite a way out in quali last week and absolutely smashed both races. So Mikey Rapp, let's go CRT, bruv. How you doing, mate? So can Crowhawk snip it right at the end of quali and take pole? He's on 114. No, not this lap. I'm not sure if they're going to get time to finish their next laps. It's they've got 20 seconds left on the clock. Depends how brutal race lobby host is. So Ollie in the house then is currently sitting on pole again. Is Crowhawk still out on a hot lap? This is final lap then, so that's it. Nope, not anymore, he's not. So Ollie in the house looks like he's going to take that top spot for race 1. Crowhawk by, that's St Mary's. But miles off track, miles off track. Come back, Crowhawk. He's been off-road for so long, he's got grass growing on his tyres. Zanzi then has taken that 3rd spot on the grid. Double Fusion in 4th, TRM Finger 5th. Dylan in 6th, WRL Fish in 7th, Sabanero 8th, Cullinan in 9th, Damon in 10th, Hot Lap in 11th, G Marge in 12th, Noodlester 13th, and Hulky 14th. So a few different driver changes from last week. I think they've got four drivers out of the pool they can choose from. Ollie in the house and TRM Finger still representing from last week. We've got Double Fusion standing in for Potter McPott, who raced last week for We Are Driven team alongside P1 Dylan. Evening, brother. How you doing? There we go then. Results for qualifying. All in the GR4 Aston Martin Vantage. So, race 1. Hard tyres, 15 minutes. No tyre wear on this one, but fuel depletion is at 2. Get ourselves on board. change view, damn it. Damn you, game. Right, they're away. Why won't you let me change camera, PlayStation? Ollie in the house then leads them through Madgwick. Oh, there we go. That's not what I wanted though. I wanted that. I wanted that off the line. PlayStation, damn you. So Ollie in the house leads the way. Crowhawk second. Zanzi still third. Double Fusion fourth. TRM Finger fifth. Nobody really making any moves at the minute. Got Double Fusion having a look down the inside of Zanzi as they come into St Mary's. Sorry, it's Double Fusion and P1 Dylan. Crowhawk having a go at Ollie in the house. Zanzi right on their tail as well. Top three pulled a little bit of a gap. There they are, bumper to bumper as they head down the Levant Straight. I'm going to see the two Croatian drivers make a move on Total Race Motorsport. Ollie in the house. Gone wide as they come down into Woodcote. Crowhawk very lucky to keep it on track there. Got two wheels on the grass. Lost the position. Zanzi up into second then. Crowhawk third. Double Fusion fourth. P1 Dylan in fifth. TRM Finger sixth. WRL Fish in seventh. Damon eighth. Cullinan ninth. Zabanero in 10th. CRT Hot Lap in 11th. G Margin 12th. Noodlester in 13th. And Hulky 14th. Nobody spun off. Oh, he says, as Noodlester just gets himself back on track. I was going to say nobody has spun themselves into the grass yet, but there was Noodlester doing us proud. Unfortunately now Noodlester, Flat Out E-Racing sitting at the back of the pack. Ollie in the house then managed to keep his lead so far from the two pestering Croatians behind him. Are we going to see team orders between Crowhawk and Zanzi? Oh, you've got to be careful doing that. Into Woodcote then, the double apex. Got to be careful not to run it wide. Zanzi doing just that. It's going to slow him down into the chicane. He catches the wall. That's going to slow him down into his teammate. Concertina effect affecting both of the drivers. That's going to allow Ollie in the house to disappear a little bit. He's now got 0.8 of a second lead and pulling away 0.9. Once he's out of that slipstream range, I think you boys are going to struggle. As long as Ollie in the house gets this circuit right, he's going to be away after last week's performance. I mean, I've not seen Zanzi or Crowhawk drive, so who knows? Crowhawk coming back behind Zanzi, giving him a little push as they come into St Mary's. Possibly not the place you want to be doing that, as that kind of thing can happen. And that is just allowing Ollie in the house 1.2 second lead now. And pulling away 1.4 second. P1 Dylan up into fourth. While I've been looking at the top three, Dylan snuck his way past TRM Finger. Now looking for a way past the two Croatians. Oh, tiny bit of contact between the two Croatians as well. P1 Dylan and TRM Finger looking for a way past these two. WRL Fish still bolted onto the back end of this fight. Oh, again, some drivers running wide. Double Fusion then. Oh, there's a driver in the background gone totally wrong. Double Fusion down in 7th. I think he's been off track somewhere. He was in 4th position off the grid. Damon 8th. Zambanero 9th. Who was that? Was that G Marge going sideways? Or was it KRT Cullinan? It was a red car of some description. Hot Lap in 12th, then Noodlester 13th. And Hulky, unfortunately, now 16 seconds back. Noodlester getting past. So it looks like Hulky's been for a bit of a trip into the infield at St Mary's, being so far back. Look, the machine has been released. The alien. Someone get the kryptonite. What are other superpower weakness things? Come on, we need them. Dot them around the track. Ollie in the house now 1.9, nearly 2 seconds over Crowhawk, who's still being pestered by P1 Dylan. Zanzi just holding him off at the minute. Dylan trying to get him up the inside just before the chicane. Again, kicking up dirt as they exit that chicane. Got to be so careful. So under no direct threat at the minute from TRM Finger. He's almost a second back. Double Fusion made up a place again. He's back up into 6. And here is P1 Dylan having another look at Zanzi. Heading through forward water. Into the first right-hander of St Mary's. Again, such a tricky turn, this one. All drivers keeping it on track through there. Everyone just about on track in the background. Good battle for... Oh, Dylan's got it wrong. Dylan's got it wrong on the exit of Levant. Hard tyres maybe caught him out. So he's lost 4 positions. 5 positions. Oh, Dylan. What a shame. So, TRM Ollie in the house. I'm going to stop talking about 2.3 seconds from Zanzi. Crowhawk third. Oh, we've just got TRM Finger getting it wrong through the chicane. He's now pushed himself out wide, losing positions. He's done exactly what I've just said. Clipped the chicane on the way in, pushed him out wide into the wall. He's had to do a bit of wall riding while 4 drivers come through. So Double Fusion back up into 4th place. This is where he was on the grid. WRL Fish pretty close behind him though, less than half a second back from him as Damon as well. Bit of a gap back to 7th now after that little bit of contact between the wall and TRM Finger. Losing another position there. Dylan in the background, he's looking to come back after his off-track action, so having a bit of a battle for 9th and 10th between himself and Cullinan. Got himself through. Can he close the gap back up to the guys in front? I'm not even going to go and have a look at Ollie in the house because he's probably about 7 seconds down the road by now. 2.3 is not too far. Zanzi trying to keep in touch with Ollie in the house down the road. He's got his teammate for company Crowhawk for 3rd. Just putting in fastest lap of the race there, Crowhawk, 1:14.8. Double Fusion 2.8 seconds back. Still got WRL Fish for company, and Damon Skill lost a bit of time. He's a second back now, Damon. Big gap back to 7th, then G Marge 5 seconds back. He's got TRM Finger in 8th, so 1/4 of a second back. Dylan pulled a little bit of a gap from Cullinan, trying to close the gap on TRM Finger as well. Ooh, TRM Finger getting it a little bit wide through there. Past G Marge though. Up into 7th. G Marge compromised a little bit by that. He's now got Dylan and Cullinan to harass him. Dylan keeping it on track through Levant this time. Cullinan in 10th then. Zabanero 11th. He's only 1.3 seconds back. Again, you've seen how much time it takes to get back on track if you run yourself wide here. A lot of positions can be lost. CRT Hot Lap sitting in 12th. Noodlester in 13th. 14 seconds back, unfortunately. And another 22 seconds back for Hulky, just coming into St Mary's. Through there cleanly. So Ollie in the house, gap coming down a little bit. It was 2.1. Still sitting at 2.25 seconds between 1st and 2nd. It's going to be good points on the board. Billy, evening brother. It's going to be good points on the board for GTHR team. 2 Croatian drivers exploring track limits around there for Zanzi. Almost left 2 wheels on the circuit there, mate. So Crowhawk sitting in 3rd. Double Fusion has closed that gap down massively. That was, I'm sure that was about 4 seconds a minute ago, and now it's down to 1.5. WRL Fish hanging on to the rear end of Double Fusion as well. 0.8 of a second back, 0.9 of a second back. Just gaining a toe still. And then the gaps develop. 4.5 seconds back to Damon. Another 3.3 back to TRM Finger, who's now under pressure from Dylan. Oh, who's that's gone wide? That's G Marge, got it wrong on the exit of the chicane. Pushed down to 11th. What happened to Dylan? Where was he battling it out? 8th. So we just saw him in 11th. He's slowly but surely pushing his way back through the field. To 8th position at the minute, all over the back end of TRM Finger as they head back down towards St Mary's. Only 4 minutes remaining of race 1. Race 2 is all decided position wise on team points in this race. Nobody. Oh, Ollie in the house. Ollie in the house making a very, very rare mistake. Very rare mistake. There's that gap diminished down to nothing. Zanzi now 0.6 of a second back. Crowhawk lost a bit of time, 1.2 seconds back. He's definitely coming under pressure from Double Fusion. This is all going to get a little bit exciting at the end of this one. WRL Fish still being dragged along. So he's coming into play into the battle for third as well. Is the battle for first. On board with Ollie in the house, race leader. Did have almost 2.5 second lead from Zanzi. Got it wrong in Woodcote. And now under pressure for the final 3 minutes of this race. It isn't easy to overtake here, Billy. There's like the Levon. You can try and squeeze one up the inside at Ford Water. Chuck one down the inside, maybe it's Woodcote or the chicane, but it's asking for trouble, isn't it? It's asking for trouble. So Ollie in the house still holding 0.8 of a second. Zanzi's not been able to gain any more time on him with that little mistake from the TRM driver. 2.5 minutes remaining through this chicane. Top 5 through there cleanly. So still under pressure then Ollie. Zanzi second. Crowhawk has managed to close that gap back up. He's less than a second back. Double Fusion is now a second back. WRL is a second back. There's only 3.9 seconds between the top 5 at the minute. Less than 2 minutes remaining. It's going to be one more lap after this. Andy for third. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. He's closing up. He's still got that second gap. Ollie in the house starts stretching out again. 1.3 seconds from the second place driver. Very rare mistake from the TRM driver. Absolutely flawless last week. Okay, across the line. This should be final lap unless they put an absolute blinder in. Ollie in the house still leading then. Zanzi second. Crowhawk in third. Double Fusion lost a 10th, down in fourth. WRL Fish in 5th, Damon in 6th, Dylan 7th, Glennon in 8th, TRM Finger in 9th, Zabanero 10th, G Marge 11th, Hot Lap in 12th, Noodlester in 13th, and Hulky in 14th. Hulky, oh, I think Hulky's just staying out the way of the top 5 coming through. Ollie in the house then. That mistake has not flustered him too much. He's just put his head down, forgotten about it. Now starting to pull away again. 1.4 seconds. 15 seconds left on the race timer. This is going to be final lap then. Down into Woodcote for the final time. No mistake this time from the TRM driver. Two Croatians. Are they going to have a battle for the line? Race leader, race winner. He's smashed it in quali as well. Ollie in the house comes through to take the win. Zanzi and Crowhawk almost side by side for second and third. Double Fusion fourth. WRL Fish in fifth. Damon taking sixth, but only just. P1 Dylan closed right up on him by the end of that race. Cullinan takes 8th, TRM Finger 9th, Zabanero 10th, G Margin 11th, Hot Lap takes 12th. He will take 12th. We've already got Hulky who's crossed the line. There's Hulky. Already done and dusted this one. We just wait for, oh, who's that? Hot Lap. Hot Lap and Noodle Star. Just getting it totally wrong right at the end of this race. So Hot Lap comes home to take 12th. And Noodle Star gets it pointing in the right direction. And he's going to come home for that 13th position. Prediction's not quite right there, Michael, then. Double Fusion fourth, not third, unfortunately. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? He's I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's using the same stuff that Ollie in the house is using as standard. Who knows? So we've got a tiny little bit of a break. I don't think it's going to be too long at all. Let's see if anybody pops anything up in the chat. And then we jump into race 2. So that is based on team points from race 1. And it's a half-hour race. Tyre wear and fuel depletion increase for race 2, and they do get to use 2 different options of tyre. They've got the racing hards and the racing mediums now to play with. I don't know if it's a mandatory stop. I think they've got to use both sets. Yeah, Ollie in the house. Ollie in the house. Yeah, what are you feeding him? Because last week I wasn't sure if he lived in Iceland and he was just being fed volcano juice. You know, like, that's lava, right? I don't even know where volcano juice came from. I was talking about lava. Ollie in the house, smashed it again. Where was TRM Finger? Did he come home in 5th? That's going to put them second on the grid, I think, for the TRM boys. I think it's going to put, definitely going to put, not the HKRT, the GTHR team on the front row of the grid. Lacko, what is vodka? Is that vodka? I'm trying to say vodka. Vodka. What are you feeding Ollie? Hmm? Sounds like everyone had fun through that one. Volcano juice. You like that? You like that one, Billy? I don't even look. I don't even know. I don't even know. Volcano juice. All right, save. Stop it. To save myself a little bit more embarrassment, look, I'm going to put that on. Right, I've been in that word myself. I'm alright. Quite a stern word, to be honest. Some swearing in it, bit of finger pointing, tiny bit of name calling. But we're over it. Yeah, so we've got a 10-minute gap. A 10-minute gap between race 1 and race 2. Might get a t-shirt with that on, Bill. Don't mess with me, I eat volcano juice. I drink volcano juice for breakfast. Dave, if you're listening, make Archie one. Make Archie a little, don't mess with me, I eat volcano juice for breakfast. And then put a little picture of a volcano on it, obviously. I'll pay for that. Baggy, do the thing, send the message. Jiggity jiggity. What do you mean my voice levels are down again? Shut up, Billy. What have I done? I don't know. I shouldn't be. Maybe it's because I'm moving away from the mic, mate. I might be doing a bit of that or a bit of that when I'm leaning over to fetch me cigarette lighter and stuff. Just spoke to Dylan, did you? You have a word in his ear. Stay on the black bit, not the green bit. How did he get it wrong in Levant? It's usually St Mary's or the chicane that catches most out. Glue it to my head. What, the microphone? Flipping glue something to your head in a minute. Your motorbike. Or chemical weld it to you, chemical metal it while you sleep. Michael, man. Billy, don't read that message. Don't read that message from Michael Hepburn, a couple above. Don't read that one. All right. Room settings have been changed then. Sounds like everyone's pretty much getting themselves on track. Let's just get ourselves on so we don't miss it. So we'll try and find a slightly quieter part of the circuit, but it's funny though, Bill. You got to give him that. It's funny. So there was a 10-minute break between race 1 and race 2, Laco. I'm assuming it's going to be in about 2 minutes' time. I don't know whether we've had an 8-minute break. I'm just throwing numbers at you, to be honest. Some love being thrown about in the chat. Look at that. Oh, you lot. You'll be putting love heart emojis next. Here is P1 Dylan. Sounds like he's had a bit of a shout at himself. Mikey, you've been drinking tonight. You're on it. Billy has. I know Billy has. Probably. I'm sure I saw on your feed earlier you were going for a beer run, I believe. Billy? There we go. There's some Love Arts. Dark Smoker Blue as well. How about that? We are driven rep car for P1 Dylan. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Double Fusion had time to download the livery. It's a shame. Vendetta's being laid out in the chat. Baggy saying he's going to pin Mikey in the race on Sunday. He won't. He won't. He'll have spun off on turn 3 while Mikey's getting off. Love you, Bags. First one now. There you go. Leftover from last night. Leftover. Don't give me that, Bill. Leftover. You don't know the meaning of, unless it's food. So we've had 4 minutes 30 with Dylan out on track at least. I might have been lying to you, Lacko. See, I was only chucking numbers at you. WRL. Oh my days. Were you coming in the pits or were you out of control? You were coming in the pits. Whether that was intentional or not, I'm not sure, but like he came in at sort of 400 miles an hour. Everyone getting themselves out on track then. Yeah, great big event this one. 3 different lobbies. We've got D-Dots commentating on Lobby C. I forget who's commentating Lobby A, to be honest. Seamus, how you doing, brother? Yes, George Marge, how you doing? Body last night for Billy. We Are Driven didn't do good in the other 2 lobbies. Ah, well. Like Baggy says, this is kind of the best of the sim racing world of GT Sport. You know, all the different groups have put their best drivers forward. A deep fried Guinness. Interesting. Don't quite know how that works, Bill, but Scottish can deep fry anything. Liveries on the cars again this week. A couple of changes, so the Zabanero looks a little bit different this week. Were you red last week, Zabanero? Trying to keep up with the chat. Sounds like Obi-Wan not having great race in Lobby C. Like qualified 9th, got up to 4th and then binned it, unfortunately. So I'm gonna risk it and say about a minute left, 2 minutes left until Crowhawk. A couple of minutes left until race 2 start. Again, I wouldn't worry about positions. They will be set to grid as per race 1 team position. So both drivers obviously putting in... Oh, Crowhawk really testing those track limits. So points, yeah, the team points are totted up and then they get put on the grid. Fastest first in their team positions. I think it's going to be the GTHR team or Crowhawk and Zanzi that are up front because they were 2nd and 3rd in race 1. TRM boys came in 1st and 5th. They're going to be 2nd on the grid, 2nd row of the grid. 3rd row of the grid, I don't know. Could be the We Are Driven team of Dylan and Double Fusion. Where did the other WRL driver come in? Damon Skill. Where did you come in? 6th? It's going to be a toss-up between the We Are Driven team and the WRL team, I think, for 3rd slot on the grid. We'll see. A few of the drivers pulling over then, getting ready for this race to begin. Racing not having the best of nights tonight, came in 13th and 14th in race 1. Hulky and Noodlester, both drivers actually getting on themselves off track, unfortunately. Right, 20:50 starts. What time we got on the clock? It's 20:52, so we were probably on time if we weren't late. Here we go then. Live for round 2. Race 2 of the evening, half an hour, same circuit, Goodwood. Tyre wear is at times 6. Fuel depletion is at times 3, I think. They do get the choice, hards and mediums to play with. I'm not sure if it's a mandatory stop. So yes, the Croatians on the front row of the grid. TRM boys 2nd, it is the We Are Driven team in 3rd. WRL in 4th. Dylan, what are you doing back there? Oh yeah, 3rd place on the grid. 4th, HKRT in 5th. Oh, it's a false start from HKRT. He's going to lose places off the line. Alright, let's get ourselves up front. Crowhawk, what can he do now he's out front? Ollie in the house, already up into 2nd place, got himself past the other Croatian driver of Zanzi. TRM Finger into 4th then. Dylan 5th, Damon Skills 6th, Double Fusion 7th, Sabanero in 8th. WRL Fish not getting a great start, down in 9th. G Marge 10th, CRT Hot Lap in 11th. Cullinan 12th, Noodles to 13th and Hulky 14th. So was it Cullinan not getting a good start? Way out of position. We've got drivers almost off track. I know we said 21:50, he was lying, Billy. So Crowhawk sliding his way through Woodcote down towards the chicane. Managed to get himself 1.1 second lead, has Crowhawk. Ollie in the house under a little bit of pressure from Zanzi still. Maybe having to go a little bit defensive to avoid losing that 2nd position, slowing him down a tiny bit from Crowhawk, unless he's just playing the long game. See on the hard tyre, Crowhawk out on the medium tyre, that could be possibly the reason. And Zanzi in third, also out on the hard tyre, but he is pushing Ollie for that second position. Down the inside at Levant. Ollie in the house, leaving the door wide open there for the Croatian to come through. He's now got the advantage, he's already in front. Down the Levant then. Ollie in the house, pushed down to third. Again, half an hour race, strategy will come into play. TRM Finger fourth then. We've got P1 Dylan has managed to get himself a bit of a penalty for fifth. WRL Fish in sixth, the other WRL driver in seventh. Zabanero eighth, Double Fusion down in ninth unfortunately on the hard tyre. Looking to get past Zabanero now though. Getting a better exit out of the chicane down towards Madgwick. He's up the inside. No contact between them, gets himself in front then, moves up a position up into 8th, Zabanero 9th, Hot Lap in 10th, G-Marge in 11th on the back end of Hot Lap, a little bit further back, 3/4 of a second is Cullinan, not Hulkinen. Hulky in 13th and Noodlester 14th. Crowhawk then 2.7 second lead on those medium tyres. Zanzi, what's happened to Ollie in the house? Down in 7th now. He's got it all wrong. He's putting himself under pressure from Double Fusion. I missed that, didn't see anybody spinning around on the mini-map, to be honest, I wasn't looking. I'm going to start now though. So Ollie in the house is able to make a mistake. We did see a little one in race 1 and obviously a great big one right at the early stages of race 2. 3-second lead then for Crowhawk. Zanzi, his teammate, in 2nd position. He's got 1.4 seconds over TRM Finger. WRL Fish pushed up to 4th then. Dylan 5th. 0.3 of a second back as well. Damon, he's managed to get himself past Damon on those medium tyres. Dylan's on the hard, so good drive from Dylan. Damon unfortunately losing that position. Ollie in the house 7th, looking to close back up. Still under pressure from Double Fusion. Piling the pressure on. Down Levant is Double Fusion. Can he get the move done before Woodcote? Had to go a little bit off-road to try and make it work. Backs out. Ollie in the house, just shutting the door on him. Coming down to this chicane then. Can he make it work down towards Madgwick? Again, loses a bit of time through there. Ollie in the house manages to pull a little time away. 0.5 of a second from Double Fusion now. Still under pressure from Zabanero himself in 9th position, less than a second back for Zabanero. Cullinan 2.1 seconds back in 10th. He's under pressure for G-Marge himself, 0.6 of a second. And then a great big gap back to CRT Hot Lap, 8.2 seconds. He's under a bit of stress from Hulky, 0.7 of a second back. There's only 1.6 back to Noodlester as well. So these three could have a little bit of a punch up on their hands. Crowhawk extended 3.5 seconds. Tony, evening brother. Zanzi, 2nd position. Great positions for the Croatians, 1st and 2nd. Came in 2nd and 3rd in race 1 as well. WRL Fish, 3rd position. Pulled a little bit of a gap from Dylan's up into 4th. Is that due to Ollie in the house's awful mistake? I think so. 4th position nonetheless, 1.3 seconds back. No, he was closing up on TRM Finger. So maybe he has got the position done. TRM Finger into 5th then. Damon Skills 6th, Ollie in the house 7th, looking to close back up. Just allowed the two Croatians to get ahead of him. managed to separate the two off the line, but yeah, they managed to squeeze themselves through, and then Ollie in the house making a little bit of a mistake, putting himself down in 7th. Double Fusion still not managed to get past him yet. Hard tyres can make it a little bit tricky, and as some of the other drivers have said, it can be a difficult track to overtake on. Yeah, regardless of positions, Bags, regardless of positions, they've got the logo on. That's more than anything. They've got the logo. Oh, Crowhawk. Oh, sideways through the chicane onto the grass. He keeps it in a straight line though. 3.8 second lead is now coming down. Zanzi is coming under increased pressure from Fish. 0.8 of a second. He'll be getting a tow right about now. Closes up as they head towards Fordwater. See how quickly it closes up. So down towards the right-hander of St Mary's. Just 0.4 of a second in it. There was 0.8. Can he get himself in a good position to make a move down Levant? Gets a good exit. Closing up on Zanzi already. Maybe not close enough out of the exit of Levant corner to actually make the move down into Woodcote. Carrying some speed now, but unfortunately a little bit too far back. Both drivers keeping it very clean through there. Kicking up some dust for Zanzi. Fish having to have another go then. 0.3 of a second back. We'll keep an eye on that fight. So Dylan 4th, unfortunately losing a bit of time. 2.3 seconds back from 3rd position Fish. Managed to pull himself 1.2 from Damon Skills. Oh, what's happened to TRM Finger? TRM Finger now down in 8th position. He just got himself past. He just been overtaken by Dylan for 4th, so he was sitting in 5th, and now sitting in 8th. Only in the house moves up a spot then. Damon Skills moves up a spot as we just watched Dylan try and run around the outside of WRL Fish as they head into Levant. This is where you want to be to make a move. Bolted onto the back end of the driver in front. He's just got to be a little bit careful from Damon. So he's got himself around the outside. He's carrying good speed. I don't think it's going to be enough before Woodcote. So he backs off, allows WRL to hold on to the position just. So he's going to have another go then. Where is Damon? Right there with him. Ollie in the house and Double Fusion still only about a second back for the three of them. WRL Fish then still in front, but only by 0.3 of a second. Again, Dylan will get a good run down Fordwater down towards St Mary's. Still got to be careful of Damon Skills. Ollie in the house and Double Fusion having a go. Closing up now then. Nowhere for him to go into St Mary's. WRL Fish keeping it on track. Not making it easy for Dylan. Right, let's go and see how far out Crowhawk is. 4.3 seconds. Starting to see a fair chunk of wear on those medium tyres now. We'll have to see how long he runs those for. Is he going to do a one stopper and stop at the halfway mark? Stays out this time. Zanzi comes through, holding on to that second position. Also stays out. Yeah, nobody stopping yet. WRL Fish then still holding on to that third. Dylan still pressuring for 4th. Damon Skill just 0.5 of a second back. It's only going to take a tiny little mistake, Bags, from any of these drivers, and you're going to lose a handful of positions. You know yourself, you get yourself on the grass here, very, very difficult. Takes an awful long time to get yourself back on track and try and keep up any kind of speed. So Hulky 12th, Hot Lap in 13th, and Noodlester 14th. Pull the gap now. CRT Hawk then through to this, almost getting it wrong, just peels it off that curb right at the last second. Keeps going around, 17.5 minutes remaining of this race. Zanzi then keeping his second position, 2.5 seconds from WRL Fish. So this battle for third might be just keeping the battle for second at bay. Damon Skill taking a very wide line into Madgwick. Losing him a bit of time to Dylan in front. Dylan staying absolutely bolted onto the back of WRL Fish. Ollie in the house coming past Damon Skills there. Oh, up the inside, didn't quite work. Oh, and Ollie in the house, where have you gone? Sideways through St Mary's. Tries to get back on track. Loses more positions, back down into 8th. Ollie in the house, he won't be happy with race 2 either. Not that he wasn't happy with race 1, he won it. So 16 minutes left on the clock. Crowhawk 1950 stays out again on those mediums. Zanzi also stopping out on the hard tyres. WRL Fish and Dylan still bolted together. Medium tyre versus hard tyre on WRL Fish and Dylan. So Dylan doing a really good job actually holding on to WRL Fish on those hards. Damon Skill 5th, losing a bit of time. Double Fusion up into 6th then. Right on the back end of Damon. See if he can make anything of this. Heading down towards St Mary's. Needs to get himself right on the back end down Levant and try and squeeze himself up one side or the other. Now you can just see the battle for third still kicking everyone off in front between Dylan and WRL Fish as well. Nice tight line through there for Double Fusion. Is he carrying the speed? Yeah, but nowhere near quick enough to chuck one up the inside, I don't think. .2 of a second. Backs off just before Woodcote. Knows he's not going to be able to make it through there at full tilt. So we are at the halfway point of this race. Let's see, we have got drivers. Crowhawk have come in. WRL Fish has come in. Double Fusion's come in. Zanzi's come in. Dylan stopped out. What is his strategy? Currently sitting in P1. Damon Skill in second, 2.2 seconds back in P2. G Marge in P3 also stopped out on the hard tyre. Crowhawk back out the pits now, racing hards on for him. 10 seconds back from race leader. And on the hard tyre, Dylan then, if he puts the mediums on, will be running faster. All depends how much time he can make up now. Zanzi 5th, also out of the pits on the medium tyre. WRL Fish in 6th. Double Fusion 7th. Medium tyre for Double Fusion. Ollie in the house 8th. Medium tyre for Ollie. Medium tyre for Zabanero. Kalinin, medium tyre as well. Finger has... did you stop? Oh no, you're on an outlap. Yeah, medium tyres for Finger. Hot Lap not stopped. He's still out on the hards. Hulky is still out on his mediums, not stopped yet. And Noodlester's not stopped. Okay, Dylan and Damon Skills in now. Here come previous race leaders coming through. Dylan getting his tyres on, being released. Oh, he's taking on board a tiny bit of fuel. Comes back out in 6. Damon Skills right on his tail. Double fusion. Slings one up the inside of Damon Skills. So makes it work. Gets the undercut done. Makes up a position up into 6. Now looking for a bit of a move on Dylan as well. Teammates coming up here. Through he goes. Oh, he's got it wrong. He's got it wrong. Oh, he's got it wrong. Oh, my days. Double fusion. Oh, my days. And that, unfortunately, has slowed both Double Fusion and Dylan down and allowed Damon Skill back in this fight. Ollie in the house. Right. Oh, my God. It's nearly 4 wide as they head into Levant. Damon Skill, Double Fusion, Dylan and Ollie battling it out for positions. And this is just going to allow Zanzi and Crowhawk to stretch their lead out front. Still side by side coming through here. Ollie and Dylan as well. Damon Skills and Ollie, I think, holding the inside line. Both of these drivers. Oh, Double Fusion and Damon Skills side by side through there. Damon Skill wins out. Double Fusion 6th then. Ollie in the house 7th. Dylan in 8th. Oh, he's clipped the chicane as well. Loses another position. Zabanero comes through. Kalinin putting him under pressure. TRM Finger closing up on that fight as well. G Marge in the pits this lap. Hot Lap comes through. Don't know why I said Holland. Sitting in 12th at the minute. Noodlester just off track through Levant. Hulky also off track through Levant. Maybe having a coming together, the two teammates. And here we go. Crowhawk 1950 then. 1.7 second lead now over his teammate. Zanzi 3.2 seconds over WRL Fish. Losing a bit of time then. Damon up into 4th. 5.3 seconds back. Ollie in the house 5th. Double Fusion 6th. Kalinin 7th. TRM Finger 8th. Dylan in 9th, but putting the pressure on for that 8th position. Backs out into Woodcote. Driving the life off that Aston Martin is Dylan, trying to get back into this race. Just under 11 minutes remaining. Zabanero a little way back now, 8.5 seconds. Another 3.6 back for G Marge. Hot Lap is another, what's he, 8.2 seconds back. Oh, Noodlester, where are you going? That's not the way to take Madgwick. Hulky's got back past him into 13th then. And Noodlester 14th, who just catch him piling himself into the wall. So the two Croatians starting to close back up. Pulling more time over the 3rd place WRL driver. Out on his own at the minute then. 3rd place. Ollie in the house up into 4th. Double Fusion 5th. Kalinin in 6th, TRM Finger 7th, Dylan still in 8th, not managed to get his way past Finger again yet. Not able to use the slipstream enough down these short straights to make it work into the turns. So can he get a run on him towards Ford Water and St Mary's? Unfortunately, TRM Finger is not quite in the slipstream range of Kalinin in front. Dylan does close up then down towards St Mary's. Again, such an awkward track to overtake on. TRM Finger has just got to drive his race, keep his car in the right position, and Dylan's going to struggle. He's got to get a perfect exit out of Levant to try and make a move. Not a bad effort, slings one up the inside already for Dylan. Oh, it didn't quite work, wasn't quite able to carry the speed, but he's back in the slipstream. It's going to be around the outside of TRM Finger if this works out for him. He might just back off. Yeah, slightly early for Dylan, allows TRM to come through to keep that position. And he's got to try again. Closes up into the chicane. TRM finger catching a bit of dirt. Didn't benefit Dylan though, unfortunately. The gap back to Damon Skills now, 3.1 seconds. Dylan and Damon both left the pits pretty much neck and neck. Zabanero 10th, having a little bit of a lonely race. He's got 5 seconds in front, 4 seconds behind. Similar for George Marge, but he's got 35 seconds behind to teammate Hotlap. Hulky 13th, and Noodlesturt looking to close that gap back up in 14th. And here are the storming Croatians. Zanzi's taken the lead. Apologies, I wasn't really paying attention to who was who, but Zanzi comes through to take race lead. Maybe a tiny mistake from Crowhawk. No, they don't seem to have lost much time to WRL Fish. Might have been a team orders thing going on there, who knows? So Ollie in the house, under pressure from Double Fusion again. So, Ollie in the house then. We've seen him make a couple of mistakes. Is that because I've called him out for being an alien? And we know about the alien landings over in Croatia, sorry, in Hungary. What? Right. And now he's making mistakes to kind of put us off the trail. Is that what you think's happening? Could be something like that. Yeah, that's a point, Baggy. Don't forget to hit the like button, people. Double Fusion all over the back of wrong driver, all over the back of Ollie in the house. Oh, have we had a driver leave the room? Yes, we have. WRL Fish. There was a car parked at the side of the track there as well. I'm not sure if that was Dylan. Yes, it was. Dylan then losing more positions. Possibly a coming together between WRL Fish and Dylan. Double Fusion still unable to get past Ollie in the house, who does get promoted up into third position. So Dylan, he looked like he'd lost a lot more positions than that. But he's sitting in 6th. Did lose a couple of positions. Ollie in the house and Double Fusion and Kalinin have got past him. So yeah, not quite sure what's happened between Dylan and Fish, but they were very close together for an awful lot of laps. Oh, maybe he's just rejoined the room, so maybe a connection issue which has caused Dylan to crash. We'll have to see what pops up in the chat afterwards. I know there's stewards' inquiries, etc. going on. So Zanzi for the Croatians, under 5 minutes remaining, has got a 2.3 second lead from Crowhawk. 5 seconds back to third place, Ollie in the house, still under pressure from Doubled Fusion. Kalinin just getting it wrong. Oh, he's into the wall as well. Has he picked up damage? No, he's managed to get away with that, but that's going to slow him down, allow Dylan to close back up on him. What is he? 2 seconds back is Kalinin from Doubled Fusion. Dylan is another 1.7 seconds back. TRM Finger 7th, he's another 2.2 seconds back. Damon Skills in 8th, 4.7 seconds back. Zabanero 9th, 3 seconds back. G Margin 10th, 4 seconds back. We've got CRT Hotlap just stretched to a minute back. Noodlesturt in 12th, 28 seconds back. And Hulky, who's got past hot on his tail, 3/4 of a second back. Fortunately, WRL Fish, who was in 4th, is no longer in this race. Dylan was nowhere near him. Looks like a connection issue there, Mike. the GTHR team are going to have some top points tonight. Second and third in race 1, first and second by the looks of it. 3 minutes remaining in race 2. Double fusion. Oh, what's happened to Ollie in the house? A little mistake. See, he's listening. He's chucking mistakes in to chuck us off the scent that he's an alien. Oh, he slings one back up the inside of Dylan. Retakes that 5th position on an absolute charge now is Ollie. So that does put Double Fusion onto the final step of the podium. 2.5 minutes remaining. He's got 3.5 seconds lead almost over Cullinan. Ollie in the house 3.9 seconds back in 5th. Dylan right on his tail for 6th. Again, TRM Finger bolted onto the back end of this fight. 7th position, just 0.4 of a second back and closing. Carrying good speed down towards Woodcote. Can't get past Dylan there though. Very wide line through there for TRM Finger. Both of these drivers looking to get back on to the rear end of Ollie in the house. Across the line now then. 1 minute 50 left on the race clock. That will be 2 more laps. Can they all hold it together? Have they got enough fuel on? It's not a very long track. Very low on fuel for Zanzi. I think he's going to make it with what he's got on board. Plenty on board for Crowhawk. Double Fusion definitely got plenty on board. Has he closed that gap up? 2.8 seconds. Yeah, I don't think he's going to put any pressure on Crowhawk without a mistake from the 2 drivers in front. Cullinan also got plenty of fuel on. Looks like everyone's pretty much got it about right. I think anybody's going to run out of fuel. G Marge might run out of tyres though. Noodlester, why have you still got almost 3/4 of a tank of fuel on board? Huh? And you Hulky, oh Hulky also got masses and masses of fuel on board. Right, less than a minute to go into this final lap. Looks like everyone's going to get round to finish this one, apart from maybe Hulky, who's very broken at the minute. So less than 30 seconds on the clock. .1 seconds lead for the Croatian over his teammate. Crowhawk did take the win in. Did you take the win in race 1? And almost, sorry, not the win. You came across the line almost side by side, didn't you, Pet? So down into Woodcote. Final time. This has tipped over into final lap then. Through there nice and cleanly for Zanzi. Just the chicane to go. Through there cleanly. Final time. Confident win for the Croatians. First place and second place. Second and third in race 1 as well. Double Fusion coming home to take 3rd. It's a good race from him as well. Cullinan coming home in 4th. So big mistakes coming out in this one. Ollie in the house having a good race. Even if he has spun himself off track a couple of times, he's managed to get himself back up and into 5th. Dylan takes 6th. Again, did the same thing. Spun himself a couple of times. Down in 11th at one point, Dylan. Takes 6th, TRM Finger 7th, Damon Skill in 8th, Zabanero 9th, G Marge, very, very broken G Marge, is going to come home for 10th. There he is, CRT Hot Lap has already crossed the line, wait for Noodlester and Hulky. So Hulky's already crossed and Noodlester just comes across the line then. Yeah, and unfortunately we lost Fish in this one, right near the end as well. Shame. So that was round 2 of Clash of the Teams. Great racing in that one. Croatians smashing it tonight. Ollie in the house showing us that somebody had the kryptonite around the neck. Yeah, so right near the end, WRL Fish left the room. Sort of 15 seconds later, WRL Fish rejoined the room. which to me says he's had connection issues, which is a damn shame. Oi, Lacko, don't give me no grief. That sounds that reads like you're giving me some grief. That does. Not having it. Let's go. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, it was close. Yeah, they are doing a good job, Bill. It's the people that make this happen. 100% that, kiddo. Don't forget to hit the like button, people. Yeah, do that. Anthony Visa Legend. Okay. Been running fourth, but 2 aliens stuck in the pits. Dylan was nowhere near. Okay, that was the incident. Bishop was third. Dylan was 8. Ollie off again. Yeah, he's had a couple of spins, Bill. He had a couple of spins. Commentator said everything, just the important things not. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Lacko, I'm not sure about that. Billy. Cheeky. G margin hot lap getting the claps from Mikey Rapscallion. Fish's connection died. Yeah, I thought that's what might have happened. I was a little concerned that him and Dylan had coming together. But when I saw he'd rejoined the lobby, I just assumed he'd got disconnected. Baggy, great stream. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot. Yep, no problem, Mikey. No problem, Mikey. So, yes, that's pretty much it from round 2. What have we got coming up tomorrow? No GR3s. We're on the mid-season break. Back on Thursday at 9 o'clock with the P1 boys and their Mazda Touring Car League. That's going to be a handful of fun. That is going to be an absolute hoot. Come and check that out, 9 o'clock on Thursday. The GTTCC Gran Turismo Touring Car Champion starts up on Friday at 9 o'clock as well. I'm commentating on the Fusion lobby in that. That's like the Premier League, if you like. 9 different lobbies running in that one. Probably the biggest Gran Turismo league outside of Gran Turismo. It's the biggest unofficial. It's massive. It's massive. Loads of effort goes into that as well. Scores, videos, photos. It's yeah, it's good. That's Friday night, 9 o'clock. Nothing Saturday. Back Sunday night, 8 o'clock for the Focus race with the Tanto boys. Followed straight after that at 9 o'clock with the P1 boys again and their multi-class race. Was it Porsche GR3s at somewhere this week, Bags? I think that's I don't know where the somewhere track is, but yeah. Porsche's on at 9 o'clock on Sunday. 8:30 on Monday, we're back with the Tanto boys again and the Mini Cooper Chewit Racing Cup. Always a good punch up in that one. And then back for round 3 of this next week. I've got to say, I am impressed with what the boys have done video-wise and track guide-wise and all that sort of stuff. Philo 11th, Ace did not finish. Oh, what happened to Ace? What happened to Ace? Well done to all drivers tonight from Baggy. We are driven proud, as I said before. Yeah, like, you know, you're driving in a lobby full of absolute the best of the sim racing world. Forget those guys you see on YouTube and stuff. Well, apart from me, obviously, and people I mention. But those ones in the profession, forget them. Weak. Red Bull, there you go. So is it the Porsches? Porsches at Red Bull on Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Right, that's pretty much going to be it from me. If you want to help my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoker. Drop a little donation on there if you can. Let me just chuck this back up. Not that. That's not what you want to watch. That's what you want to watch. Get yourselves over to the Archie's Journey page on Facebook. Get yourselves over to the We Are Driven page on Facebook. Get yourselves over to the Bradley Lowry Foundation page on Facebook. Drop some little likes on those. And then get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey and donate on there if you can. That is what we are pushing with the We Are Driven team. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you watched. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, share it, all that sort of stuff. But most of all, tell your mates, tell your mum. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.